and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll get it up to the 44. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
On the option, it's Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You gotta be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Young on 1st and 10. He's got time here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down. Handoff running left, Jacobs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. He's on the move. Finds a man right side. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 18 Rattler, 18 Rig alert, rig alert. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Wilson airing it out to start. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Go!
From the gun, it's Wilson. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a 49er first down. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll work it a couple yards past the line. Stop made by C.J. Henderson. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Wilson now from the gun. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. 1st and 10 for him now following the penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. Runs inside the 35. 35 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
19 Lions. Check go.
On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. Hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. Isaac Arindo with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Young on the play action. That one's complete, right side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense, guys. Up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
He's got a man left. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. Brought down by Fred Warner.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
On 3rd down, it's Young. That's caught for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They just get the play off. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And that won't be brought in, but I love the deep shot there. Some excitement for us on our final play of the opening quarter. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Fred Warner.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Shotgun snap now to Young. He's on the move. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. He sent a man in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut him. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
7 Pirates, go!
Shotgun snap for Wilson. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Julian Blackman. And the Panthers almost took it all the way back. Oh, what a return down to the 5. Oh, there he was. A step away from making the post-game highlights you see on the news from going viral. Couldn't quite get there. Now they need to punch this one in to convert the interception into points.
It sure wasn't for lack of effort, though, and nobody in this stadium wanted to touch the pay dirt more than that return. He did all he could do. Sometimes you're just an agonizing step or 2 away from that kind of glory.
They'll run Jacobs, and they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Working quickly here. Here's Young to throw. Quick slant complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Jacobs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Panthers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Panthers make it a 10-point ball game. On now is McManus to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31.
70 Rangers. 70. 19 Tiger.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. And it's the 49ers with work to do on 2nd and 12. Wilson to throw it. He brings it in. He has the San Francisco touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, They really want their chance, and they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Valus Jones now on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Young. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Young on 1st and 10. He's throwing deep to the left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the 49ers get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. That's one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. Too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
It is so easy to marvel at the sheer amount of distance he threw that football. But can we also take a step back and marvel about the amount of distance covered by that defender? He had to stick in coverage 50 yards.
Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take the lead just before halftime. George Kittle, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. To the air on 1st. He's loaded another one up. He's got it. Take him down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
He sends this one to the end zone. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they face 2nd down. Out of the gun, Young. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for 1 play, and it's going to be a field goal try. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. And a kick by Folk is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. Kickoff taken at the 3. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll have to swallow a loss on the play as he's touched down behind the line.
Oh, man, that just stuns you. That's exactly what you're not thinking is going to happen on a 1st down run. Likely need now a big gain on 2nd to try to get back on schedule.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. Brought in by Ayuk. And they had that one contained right at the line. Brought down by Julian Blackmon.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Throw complete to Juszczyk. At the 20. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers grow the lead coming out of halftime. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers grow their lead to 8. Here's Wishnowski. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And this one does not go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Play action now, Young. Got his target, it's Granson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
The 2nd down throw for Young. This is reeled in by Leggett. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Here's Young on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's caught at the 4. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Option play headed right on 1st and goal. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Shotgun snap now to Young. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Jacob. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the run, and how about this? It brings up 4th and goal from the 1.
Well, this defense has risen to the occasion, and now, Kate, they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Wilson from his own end zone. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. He has room past the 15. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. We're down to 1 quarter. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.